What's up, everybody? This is Damon. I'm standing in for Christine on this DIY Craftaholic channel program. If you're listening anywhere in this universe, I just want to welcome you to planet Earth, and that's all I got.
So if you're wondering if you're in the right place, yes, you are. And that was my husband, okay? But welcome, everybody. Today I have 3 DIYs for you, and they are Wayfair dupes. And here I am showing you my inspiration. And let's just jump right into DIY number 1. Now I'm doing it the book stack, which is the first one, and as you can see I had 2 pieces of wood already cut, and I got this from the hardware store and I already had this, so I'm going to be cutting 2 more pieces, and I measured them and I'm using my miter box and saw to cut them. And here I have them all cut. They're not quite even, but that's okay. So I'm taking a sanding block and I'm sanding them down. And now they're all sanded. I'm going to measure them again, and just to make sure I have the longest piece at the bottom. Then I took the furniture marker black, and I'm just trying to mimic the words as they are written on the inspiration piece. And I think I did pretty well. Don't you think? Then I took some Mod Podge. I forgot for a minute. Mod Podge, and I'm just glossing that over. And then I dried that. And then I am now taking a piece of jute, and this is a thicker one that I had. It's not that thin like the one from the Dollar Tree, but it's quite fuzzy, as you can see. Now for this part, I decided that jute was too thick to make a bow, so I'm taking the thinner one and I'm doing a finger bow. Now guys, I've watched Brenda from Rustic and Lace DIY made her finger bow. I've seen it before, but hers is quite simple and self-explanatory, and I'll link her video down below. So I'm making a finger bow, and if you want to see how I do this, you can slow the video down and then you'll get a better idea as to how I'm doing it. So once I got the bow done, I'm just cutting off the bow from the roll of jute. And I'm just pulling the loops a little tighter, and it's all done. Yay, success. So I'm taking the lighter now and I'm just burning off the fuzzies. I don't know what's with these jute these days. They're very, very free and fuzzy. And then I went in with a piece of boxwood pick, adding that trimmed off the end, and then I'm now gonna glue the bow on top of that. Now I thought to myself that it needed something else, so I took a circular bead, cut that in halves, and just glue that over the bow, and this is done. Now that's my inspiration to the left. Let me know what you think. Now this is First Friday Challenge being hosted by Lisa from Our Grey House, Sarah from Jujubee DIY, and our guest host this month is Tammy from Happiness Created. I will leave links to their channels in the description box below, as well as the playlist. So when you get done watching my video, be sure to go over to their channels and check them out. Now we're on to DIY number 2. So for number 2, this is the inspiration piece to my right, and on my phone it's a frontal view. Now I borrow the words Hello Spring from this design on the phone, and I'm going to use it on this canvas that I had in my stash from Dollar Tree. I printed off the word Hello Spring, and I'm using my LED light pad. I will link that in the card above, the unboxing for that LED. I haven't used it since I got it, and I decided this is the day to use it. I'm not sure why. So here I'm just tracing off the word onto the water slide decal using the furniture marker, and it works pretty good. It didn't give me any trouble like running or anything, and that's why I think that this water slide decal is a good buy. I got this from Amazon, and I will also leave a link for this in the description box below. Now I use the furniture marker as well as a fine tip marker to trace out the little finer parts, and then I cut that out, and this is something I found out that I should not be doing is like going into, when I'm cutting, going into the little crevice and corner and cutting out the space, because it made it harder when I'm sliding out the paper from under the decal. I'm just using some white chalk paint to cover that printed section on the inside of the canvas, and I had to give it about 3 coats, drying in between. And here it is all dried. Now these are some markers that I had. I decided to just brighten up the flowers a little bit because they were a little bit too pale. I wanted to give the green a little brightening up, but that didn't work. So now I have the words all cut out. I am going to transfer them onto the canvas. So I'm just putting it in the water, and I've done this a few times. I won't go into too much. Well, I probably went into a lot. So I just wet that in the water, left it there for about 30 seconds, and now I'm going to transfer it on. So I did that for the hello at the top, and you have to make sure that you're putting it on the right way, because if the canvas is going to be hanging, it still had the piece that hangs up at the back, and I had to make sure I was putting it on upright. And this is where I said that if you're cutting out the words, don't do too much of a fussy cut, because you're going to run into problems when you're trying to transfer it onto the surface. Now, this is a problem I had with it. But I decided to leave this in because I wanted you to see the mistake I made. And that was my frustration coming out right there. So I'm now going to trace off the word onto the canvas. I did not have any carbon paper with me, and this is how I decided to do it. Now I could have just gone back to the printer and printed the word onto the decal, but I was too far away from the printer and I just couldn't be bothered. So here I am now transferring the word using the marker again, and it came out pretty good, but gave myself a lot of extra work. Now that is all done. I have these stickers from the Dollar Tree. I selected one that I thought would do some good embellishment on here, and I am going to rub that on. These are rub-on transfers from Dollar Tree. So I then went in now with some Mod Podge and just seal that, and this is done. So if you are new to my channel or coming over from the playlist, welcome. I'm so happy you joined me today. Here on my channel, I do DIYs on a budget, dupes, look for less, and some occasional Dollar Tree shopping hauls and thrift flips. If you love budget-friendly DIYs like these and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing and be sure to hit that notification bell. Hit it again and select all so YouTube notifies you whenever I upload new videos. Now we're on to DIY number 3. It's a hoop from Dollar Tree. I'm going to use these flowers that I had, this home sign, and this is a piece of burlap that I bought from Walmart. I just cut a piece off for this project, and I'm folding one piece over, and then I'm going to add some hot glue just to give like a hem. And then use my silicone spatula and just smooth that out. And here I'm just trying to lay them down. And once I had that done, I thought that I needed to embellish this a little bit more. So I took some lace ribbon and I glued that on with the hot glue. And then I put that down onto even out where I needed to have the pocket lining, and then I just forced the outer ring over the smaller ring and then screwed it tight. And then once that was done, I just trimmed off the excess if you know what I mean. We're ready to add our flowers, and these are all flowers that I had in my stash. I picked out the ones that I think would look more springy or more for spring, if you want to call it that. and also to come as close to what was in the inspiration piece as much as I could. Not necessarily the same, but as much as I could. And then for my home sign, I painted that with some chalk paint, 2 coats, and then glossed that over with some Mod Podge, glued that on, and we're done. Now here we are for the final reveal. Now guys, let me know which one of these 3 decor dupes from Wayfair was your favorite. Don't forget to check out the playlist down below, as well as the host channels. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you have not yet done so. I would really appreciate if you can subscribe, and it's free. And if you like budget-friendly content like this, I suggest this video right here or this playlist. So until our next video, stay safe. Bye.